bottom left, we do have Rogue. And then the top left, it is Nightmare on Amphion. Run down the hatchery here. And gateway, of course. No block. Or block attempt from Nightmare. Even going for a cancel on that geyser. The extra drone here. Going for a 14 hatchery, so a little bit suboptimal. Not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's almost the same. But this does prevent the attempt block. But of course this mind game was won by Nightmare because he didn't even attempt to block, so yeah. A tiny bit. It's like half a drone or something, I don't know. It doesn't really do that much. Maybe like a, I don't know, 8-second delay, 4-second delay on one drone. I'm not sure, it's not that big of a deal, really. But it completely depends on how you want to fork this out. You could branch this without gas, which we're seeing currently. But there we go, he's gonna take his gas. But yeah, the other thing you can do is basically branch this out without gas and then go into a very quick third base and go with heavy queen count. This one is going to be a gas variant though, with speed most likely. Cybernetics go on the way here, and we'll hopefully see a pylon around here or somewhere, and then, oh, maybe even gonna make it. Oh yeah, there we go. Very, very defensive pylon. And this will be for the tech. We'll wait and see what that's gonna be. Nightmare's strength definitely lies in a different matchup. His PvT is his forte, but his PvZ is extremely good as well. And he likes to do some off-brand builds. Now he's going for a Stargate. I've seen this guy, for example, throw in like Tempest Rush builds and stuff like that. Really cool things. He also likes to do adept builds or DT builds and stuff like that. So he's a very versatile player, all in all. But his execution might not be the, you know, on par with someone like Hero, for example. He's still very, very good though. Now double adept, most likely Oracle. On the way, Rogue with the third base here. Nice and early. Queen starting to spread some creep. And speed, of course, on the way. Keeping one in gas here to get that lay a little bit faster. Now only one adept is going to make its way across the map here. It's a very defensive play from Nightmare. It's kind of, I guess, a little bit scared of Rogue, who is not unknown to the circling drone pool all-in or any abusive strat you can think of, basically. And Nightmare actually going for a Void Ray first here. Gonna pump now. Come on. No. There we go. And the Oracle afterwards. Gonna grab the first Overlord. I'm gonna make lights dark here on this map. And Rogue is someone who has actually very tight build orders. Doesn't seem like those guys, but he's one of the most abusive players on the planet. And one of the reasons why he is so abusive, or why it feels so strong, is because of his timings are just so pinpoint. And he doesn't really get that much supply blocked. He has no like 300 overload supply free sitting around if he doesn't need it specifically for something, you know? Oh, that Oracle is already eating so much damage here. 3 queens in position, that's a great positioning on those guys. Now, Void Ray rotating here from behind might be able to kind of tag that drone here on the left. Oh, he's gonna commit for one and then he's gonna go out. That's a good pick for a Void Ray. A little bit late on that pull there, Rogue. Now, Oracle rotating here in from the bottom. It's gonna find a few drones before queens are... What? That's a crazy reaction there. Trying to make him click on that spore crawler. No, 5 drones, that's good. It's a good opening already. Yeah, Protoss likes this. It's only one oracle? It's only... Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so he's only shown one oracle, which is very interesting. He's making... He made one void ray to kind of clear out the overlords. Now he has to link scout and he can't really fly into the main base. So he doesn't know what's going on behind this one. Now there is a twilight on the way, but this will be at least 6 oracles. It's a little bit of an older build, which got really extremely popular when Haas was on the top of his game, and he just kept making oracles. And in the end, he was going up to like 15 oracles and stuff like that in PvZ specifically. So quite a crazy build. Now we do have 7 here. No, it's 6. Excuse me, my counting is off. We do have 6 and the Void Ray, of course, as the last air unit, and he's actually trying to clear out the vision, which is kind of interesting. And now he's coming in with a Void Ray here to add some extra DPS. And yes, Queen Sniping, that's the name of the game. He's gonna try to keep the oracles alive. First one is already going down here, trying to escape there for a little bit. Second one about to fall. Nice pullbacks with these oracles actually. He's losing the third one, so he's killed a ton of queens. The Void Ray took out that spore, which is kind of crazy to see. And he killed 13 drones with this in addition to the queens. Right now he did lose the... No, he didn't lose the Void Ray. I think, did he lose one more unit? Maybe. He's a little bit preoccupied with the defense here against those roaches, but if he doesn't lose anything against those roaches, he did recall that Void Ray only. Interesting decision here. And yeah, you really want to shift click it through those roaches. Oracle coming back, but not really any energy left. Only one of those can actually activate to do something. Shield Battery Overcharge is going to save the day for now here. And Charge is about to finish up. We do have a ton of gateways. Archons morphing in. So yeah. Things are looking okay. Defended for now is the name of the game. And still 4 oracles alive. So a crazy approach here. Really like it. 18 drones though, 5 queens, that's a lot. Infrastructure you're kind of killing there. Yes, queen is an infrastructure because it builds roads, has the creep tumor, and it does provide the extra supply efficiency, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Production, there we go. Now he's just sacrificing these oracles. I don't know about this move. He did lose 2, almost loses a third one there. I'd rather see some more stasis traps just planted through the plastered across the whole map there. But yeah, he sacrificed a lot, so now he's only sitting at 2. But he did kill another 10 drones. Not that big of a deal though, you're already sitting at 68. Well, like, killing 10 drones in a early game is amazing. Killing it now is not worth the 2 oracles in my opinion. I'd rather see, like, I don't know, 15 more stasis traps across the map. They just buy much time. It's incredible how much time they can buy. And we're looking at +2 here coming in for a Protoss player, and a double robotics facility setup should provide us with either disruptors or colossi in the near future. You can just go use those for his immortal count as well, of course. Oh, Void Ray might get sniped. Nope, it's gonna get away once again. And Rogue with the 4th base here up and running. Infestation bit to finish up. We do have the Lurker Den also, and the Hive is done as well. Going immediately into those upgrades. Lurker's not out yet though. And this is where you also kind of want to keep your oracles alive, right? If it goes into a Lurker game, you need those tags. You want to have oracle vision on those Lurkers. Because if you move in with, try to move in with observers, they can get sniped. And if they get sniped, then, well, guess what? You can't see them anymore. Invisible. Oh, this is a great catch though. Catching 2 Lurkers out of position here a little bit. Rogue is immediately reacting, pulling those back. Is not going to lose those. Still though, this might not be the greatest fight here for Nightmare. It's a good surround for Rogue, but can he overpower? Can Nightmare push through? This bottom fight doesn't seem to go that well. And there we go. Loses the Observer, runs it into his Spore Crawler. One of the worst moves could have done there. This is where they say, man, those oracles. Really a pain that he lost those. Now Nightmare needs to recoup, he needs to go back, he goes into Storm, so this is not a one-trick pony by him. And he wants to go for a longer game, it seems like. These two Archons, they can't go across the map like this. Losing a few road probes here is definitely better than losing these two Archons. Oracle casually just strolling across the map. Did he lose one more here? Yeah, so he's only sitting at one Oracle. He lost 5 Oracles this game. Oh, whoa! Swift. Fast and furious. And there we go. Get that guy out of here. Now the Void Ray is patrolling on a little bit too small path here to stop that Overseer. Which means he's gonna get the full scout. Now he's going into the fleet beacon. And it's in the main base. The Overseer should be able to find this one. Oh, no! He just turns around. He just confirms, wait, you're not making stuff yet. And you're not making anything yet, carriers or something. So, yeah. He might be able to confirm, though, that this thing is spinning. Yeah, he sees it spinning, so he should know, wait, you're making... Oh, burrow move. There we go. It just finishes in the nick of time here. It just burrows through those zealots. Now, Immortal is gonna get picked by roaches, not one thing you say every day, yeah. And the zealots are desperately trying to defend these roaches. Now, he should be able to finally find out about the fleet beacon. He still doesn't know it, but I mean, he already saw the thing, you know, the upgrade coming in, and yeah, he sees the fleet beacon now. So he should know. Wait, you're making carriers. He's going already into spores. +3. Missile is going to be very helpful, but you kind of need a spire here. That's the next thing we're looking for right now. I don't think he has one currently. Yeah, he's still missing one. He has a Nidus worm though. Yeah, he might want to go for a big Nidus play into that main base, but definitely needs to go ahead and throw down that spire for security reasons. He has enough resources to really afford anything he wants at this point. Just like as backup options. Interesting move, breaking up those rocks. I mean, he's not against a circling composition, I guess it makes sense. Oh, these zealots, man. Oh, the pain. Now he sees the transition as well. Again, spire on the way here. Zealots are just sitting here, man. Alright, let's look at these rocks. I mean, and there's plants here and a tree. Baroque is trying to utilize his units for some harassment here. Will this get stormed? I don't think this is gonna do much though. Some nice harassment. Clearing out geysers might actually be a good thing. This is kind of a funny setup here. A Nidus worm against a cannon and a Void Ray, but the Void Ray is charged up so it won't finish. Baroque tried to find some openings here and he will maybe get the pick on this base here. Now it's gonna have to pull back. He's trying to set up a lot of small things to do here for Nightmare, and if he can get the Nidus into the main man, it's gonna be very strong. He's gonna get a Nidus here now on the 3rd base, and wow, that's a lot of Lurkers. But Lurkers can't shoot up, and there's already a few carriers out, and there's Storm, and there's the Oracle, and that's a funny force field. But he will get this space, so he creates a threat with these Lurker walls. And then he just takes the base with his Roach Ravager remaining there. Roach Hydra. Now, already a carrier railing across here. I don't think this is gonna finish up. And yeah, he needs to have something to deal with the army, which is growing currently here for Nightmare. Nightmare should just retake the space though. You wanna throw down a Nexus again. Now these zealots coming back here, trying to push in against those queens. A lot of energy though, not really using too much of it. The Lurker's now in position. Oh, he gets the Oracle. And as I said, now you need to make Oracles. I don't think those 2 Oracles or 3 Oracles for those 10 workers were a good choice here, Mr. Nightmare. It's definitely a waste. I have to come back. I know, I'm nitpicky now, but it has to be said. It's a big deal. Now Warp Prism, we did warp in a few zealots, but they didn't get much done. Other than became, you know, I think for a changeling. Oh wait, did he kill the Spire? Yeah, I guess he killed the Spire, I'm so sorry. He did kill that Spire, so actually a great warp in there. Now, he's already sitting at 21 corruptors, but there's no upgrade coming. He did cancel and deny that upgrade here. This is a nice zealot. Meanwhile, the big fight is going on here. So no +1 on those corruptors for a while. And yeah, I'm kind of holding my breath here. Did the Vipers all get feedback? I guess he only had one. He's only making one again. Zealot just evaporating there. He's sitting at so many lurkers, but there's not too much to do for those lurkers. I guess they can just hold off this army. I hope so. They're trying to move in with these corruptors, but as lurker stacking is not a thing in this game. Oh, the Viper's just gonna get evaporated again here. He's gonna go in though. He's gonna snipe the first carriers. There's gonna be a recall actually. What is he recalling? I don't know what that was. But yeah, the air army is gonna die and the ground army is also not gonna prevail. I think he killed most of the lurkers. I wanna say, we have a quick look. Yeah, he killed all of the lurkers. That's a great storm here. But it didn't really do what he wanted to do. He didn't win him the game, so now he's to rebuild another army. And Rogue, if he goes into a Great Aspire, I mean, he doesn't have to gas. He could get Brood Lords. Actually going into extra lurkers again. Oh, some nice storms here. Nice storm usage. I really like the storm usage here. Bro, there's so much pain on that Zerg army. Now he's out of energy though. What is he doing? Just move another Archon. I don't think he has any spare Templars left here. But this army is not enough to push through 2 Immortals, 2 Archons, a bunch of Zealots, and the Hero Adept from that early game. With +3 and Plasma Shields +1. Oh, sniping an Observer, that's a good snipe. And then he's going for the Robos. That's a really good idea here. Meanwhile, I don't think this army can push through 2 Lurkers. We'll see though, if that Observer survives, he's gonna have a chance. He's gonna focus on those Lurkers, but yeah, one is gonna survive. Now he's gonna clear that Observer and this army is just gonna evaporate. Zealots, not in time, 1 Immortal. The Instructor is killing a lot of guys here, but now it's time for him to go and fade away from this world here, as his brethren did already. And this looks very good for Rogue in my opinion, yeah. He's gonna clear out this base. This is gonna be one of the main income bases here for Nightmare. Never took the top right, which is also occupied by an Overlord. And now he did lose his Robos. This was actually one of the best moves, and he's going into a very Roach heavy composition, man. Rogue is playing such an abusive style, it's crazy sometimes. He just knows how to win games. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And GG's called. Rogue takes game number 1. Wow. What a win. I need some bottled water, yeah. Alright, there we go. Game number 2. In the top left it is Rogue, in the bottom right it is Nightmare. Can he bring it back? His Oracle idea in the early game did actually work really good. But then the follow-up didn't do that much, and in the end he got overpowered kind of, not, I guess, trading enough and not expanding enough. At least in my opinion. Coming in with the probe scout here. And the Nexus. And the Cyber Core. He doesn't want to lose health. Ah, BM. He dealt 4 damage to the hatchery. BM. What a BM move. Can't believe it. Nexus. Finishing up here, and we do have a Twilight on the way. This is not a Stargate build this time. No Oracle opening. This could be an Adept printer, but it could also be a DT build. We'll have to wait and see. He's already making the Stalker to try and block some vision. Keep those pesky overlords out. Gonna throw down the robotics facility very quickly. Kind of expecting to see Adept Glaives, but could be anything. Yeah, he's actually waiting for the DT shrine. There we go. Now 2 gate or 3 gate, that's the question. 2 gate is a very economic opening, but it also does have weaknesses against big counterattacks of links, for example. Link floods are extremely good and will just deny your 3rd base over and over again for a while. Now he's going up to a 3rd gate. 4 gates are kind of, well, then while they're not all in, it's a delay on your 3rd base, so you kind of want to go 3 gateways to be safe, but not 4, because it's just, it makes your 3rd base so much slower. This is an uneven number of DTs you're gonna warp in though, so not gonna be the perfect math there. This Ling, will it see it? No, I don't think so. Actually a great path here. Good pathing for our Protoss player. A little bit of a mistake by Rogue maybe, not having those Lings on a big enough patrol there. Leaving such a big blind spot open. No, he doesn't even see it until it's just at its doorstep, and this could be devastating. We do have the first few spores on the way, but there's nothing in the natural. Oh, there's actually 1 spore here. Looking in the... Well, he's so good, man. He's so good, yeah. If he runs into the natural, though... Now the spore needs to relocate. Which he's doing, yeah. Not gonna do too much. I mean, the DTs are trading fine against those Zerglings. He killed like 6 or 7. Yeah, there we go. But no, I don't like it if you morph it here. Let's see. He's going in again with the DTs. He really likes utilizing some DTs. He's gonna snipe a queen here. He's gonna lose a DT though. That's a little bit unfortunate. Can he kill more queens, man? He's really going for those. Now he's gonna lose the prison potentially. Oh my god. 1 DT was enough to push it back. 1 HP. Oof. Ballsy play there. The 3rd base of course on the way. Blink as well here as the follow-up +1 is about to finish up. He still has 2 DTs, so he can still make an Archon. Man. When you kill 1... Why is this so blue? That's weird. Okay, there we go. Picks those up. And Ling a counter-attack here. Should not find too much. We do have a battery, we do have adepts, we do have a probe fighting, which didn't even get killed, she tanked so much. We do have the block of the Stalker. That's actually a good, really good block. That completely backfired here. But on the other end, Rogue is already looking good. He's sitting on 3 bases, Infestation Pit, Hydralisk, then +1 on the way here. He's kind of looking for a 4th base, but these DTs are keeping him off that currently. Now he does have that Overseer with him, and he should be able to take that 4th base. But first he needs to defend from this Stalker pressure. His 4th looks so late. Yeah, what is he doing? Robotics Bay on the way here. And the Hydra Ling is going to be the first composition here for our Zerg player. And some good Blink Micro saving all of that Stalker HP for now. Oh, not losing any Stalkers yet, man. Some great Blink Micro. There's the first one, finally dying. Oh, second one. Let's get them out of here. Open up the ramp, and there we go. Yeah. Now Rogue is moving in more because it was such an easy blink. Like, alright, this one, alright, this one, alright, this one. That was the most forward one. But he already traded too efficiently, I think. Man, Nightmare completely ruining the day here for Rogue with that Blink Micro. Oh my god, now he's blinking on top of everything and he's just gonna get the victory, I think. Killing the queens, killing the drones, killing the hydras. Ooh. Nothing left here for Rogue. Pulling the drones from the natural base even. He does not want to go out of this world. Without a bang at least. And there's gonna be Colossus follow-up, remember. He thinks, hey, maybe if I can hold this, I can win this game. But this lead is already too big here for Nightmare. He's sitting at 67 drones against 45. He is up in 9 army supply, which is not that big, but he's up in tech so much in a moment here with that Colossus and Colossus range coming online in a few seconds. 4th base on the way behind this. More gateways to complement more of his army. And just Stalkers pressuring non-stop here. Oh, he can snipe that Observer with that Spore. Can you kill the Spore first? No, he's gonna lose the Observer. That's a good move. Now the high ground vision is gone. So whenever he has to retreat, now blink down, he's gonna lose the vision in a moment here. He's still trading, I mean, not that great, but still efficiently enough. And yeah, Rogue simply cannot break him. GG is gonna be called. Nightmare takes game number 2 in this best of 5 series. Man, that was like... But I mean, Rogue was giving it to him, but just looked so good. Like the Blink Micro, it just looked so smooth. He was always having this one Stalker in front, kind of, and then he just blinked him back, and then there was another single one. It was just so easy to see, hey, everyone is shooting at this guy now, let's get him back. And this guy, and it was like literally standing in line. It was a perfect Congo line of blinkers back Stalkers. Really cool to see. Nice executed there. Okay, let's hop into the third map. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. On RQ1 in the bottom left it is Rogue, and in the top right we do have Nightmare. So, as we are in the early game and we have a moment, please make sure to hit that follow button and the subscribe button on YouTube if you haven't yet. A little support does go a very long way. Thank you, every little support is appreciated very much. You can find it here. Also follow Atosis Casts 2, please, if you haven't yet. A different channel I'm working on with the almighty Atosis himself. Doing a lot of content for different games. Let it be Stormgate, Battle Aces, StarCraft 2 as well. A bunch is there. And what's the other one? Zero Space are the games we're currently focusing on. Trying to get him also to use some Age of Empires, but that might take a while. Okay. No. Let's wait and see what's gonna happen. So, first game was 6 oracles, second game, Avoid Ray and 6 Oracle. Second game was 3 DTs into super aggressive blink. 6k blink. What's gonna be the next one on the menu? So far, no actual standard opening from Nightmare yet. Not the 3 Oracle into the blink map control play. And Storm and whatnot. And the triple robotics, you know. All the good stuff you usually see in a PvZ. But so far it's been all kind of a little bit his own brand, his own style. A little bit different, a little bit weird, as I was expecting before the series started. And there we go, another Twilight. Is this gonna be finally the Adept Printer? Akion is kind of a good map for that. Because you have the, there's no ramp into the natural. You don't expect a wall up there. It's also kind of, it's a good map to bounce between these 3 bases. If you can shade here and then you get up into the main. So this is a really good bouncing potential here with Adepts. It's also cool because you can come up from here from the north and go into the natural. While you first pressure the 3rd, then you have a few Adepts come in here, then they'll go past even. So there's a lot of opportunities on this map to split up Adepts in correct positions and just kill a ton of drones. And there we go already. The Glaives is gonna come online here. Now will Rogue identify this? Will he see this? He has an Overlord, but it's only scouting the front. And so far his lack of intel really has made this series difficult for him. And specifically the early game intel has not been his strong suit in this series. Now he made 2 more Zerglings, so if he patrols all of them, he can't possibly completely vision surround Nightmare, so you can see any move out. But the Warp Prism is about to pop, and we are looking at 4 gateways here in a moment. It's going to be 4 gate Adept. Now he's positioning his Adepts down here to kind of fake out a 3rd base at this moment, at this second. But in fact, he's actually just warping in extra Adepts now. There we go. Warp Prism is there. He did see the 2 extra Adepts. And he's still, yeah, he sees the Prism as well. So he should kind of know something's up. He sees a lot of Adepts, so he should probably know. Even without seeing the actual Glaives. Yeah, he actually confirms it now. There we go. So yeah, he knows Adept Glaives is in the menu. What is he doing? What's his response? He is lacking larvae. This might be a big issue. He's making 14 links and 3 roaches. He does have 5 queens in position here. But this is such an early timing. Before the 3rd base. And what can he do? He could start and fight those queens actually with these Adepts. He tried to shade across, but there's now the army is finished. Everything has morphed. And he's just throwing down his 3rd base, going into immortal production behind this. And extra probes. Throwing down a few more gateways. Adepts just threatening here. So he does have the Glaives. He could kind of use this for a late game composition. We have seen this. A Glaive Disruptor style. But it's not that good. Especially against Lurkers, it's kind of bad. Even though you would think Disruptors would just poke away at those. That's something you can do, but you can never really engage because the Adepts are just too slow. You need to kind of split up your shades before you want to move in and that. And it can kind of be easily counterplayed because you can just unburrow the Lurkers and then just reburrow them slightly defensive. Now he's just threatening while building up his stuff at home. And yeah, I kind of want to see him use actually a Adept style. I want to just see if he has something for us. He's trying to focus down that Spore. And he's actually going to shade out before he does kill the good old man. And this has been defended, so it was only a pressure play. He didn't commit anything. And there we see the first unit being lost here for Nightmare. It's going to be a few probes. These depths a little bit... Oh my god, he's even picking up the probes. Man, did you see that? Yeah, you need to unload those again, but yeah. That was cool. If you're like super pro, you just pick up the one that's hurt, right? If you're like world champion Bjorn, always gonna get those. Yeah. Yeah, so many adepts. Man, adept immortal, yeah, there we go. A little bit of an older style. This has been very popular when Neep was playing against Nurchio and stuff like this, you know? That's how old this style has been. He cancels the shades. I don't think you can overpower this force. It's too many roaches here, not enough immortals. The immortals joined the fight very late. And he was kind of hoping for a Ling roach force. Now it's only a roach force greeting him. And Ling's in his main base. Things not going good for our Protoss player here. He needs to take care of this. Now 4 is the number. 2 immortals. So Roman with that prism, but yeah, already Rogue in position here with a spore and a flexible spore. I guess this spore is trying to move down here. I'm not sure what he's doing. No, it's a different one. That's the one that's moving over here. Oh, he's gonna kill this one at least. Good pick. Not in position. Gonna get some damage on the hatchery, and Rogue is just gonna pull the trigger. He's just alright, you have 2 immortals in my base. You didn't have them at home, so I can just overrun you with roaches. Oh, if he can snipe that warp prism. Now he's pressuring at the same time. He's going in with the big army. And I don't think Nightmare, he sees this. He's gonna lose both of the immortals. He desperately needed them in his defense. He needed a recall, but he didn't do it. Now he's gonna try to recall that prism with a 1 immortal at least. Is it gonna be enough? I don't think so. This is a very late recall. The shield battery overcharge is gonna get focused down, and everything's kind of starting to fall apart here at the 3rd base. Might Rogue just have done it here? It seems definitely so. Reinforcing with a lot of links, trying to get a speedy army across. Oh god, as I say that, I look at the queens running across, no creep there, trying to get into that base and wreak havoc here. I think writing's on the wall. Nightmare should not take this game. 1 immortal, trying to stabilize his defenses. Base is gonna fall here in a second. He's only leaving a couple of roaches on that base. Already 28 probes falling down. Nightmare trying to pull whatever he can, like Rogue did in the last game. But wow, we have fireworks. That immortal is immortal indeed. It's a master at this point. Executed 20 kills just before it died. But then it bites to this. Rogue takes the game. Yeah, that was a great call. Going for a speedy reinforcement, and then we see the queens just like, yeah, grandchildren, wait for me. I'll be there in a century. You know. Good stuff. Okay. But this is a best of 5, so we have at least 1 more map to go. Let's see how that's gonna pan out. If Nightmare can bring it back in this series. We're looking at a 2-1 lead for our Zerg player. So painful watching Queen's walk off creep. Yes, indeed. In the top left we do have Rogue. And in the bottom right it is Nightmare. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even make it, right? It's not like they joined the fight, actually. They just walked across the map. They just went for a stroll. It's like when you see those grandmas or grandpas with these strollers, like not the one you ride in, but the one like you just push in front of you, you know? The kind of carts. But not shopping carts. It's like when you see them and they have a very bad back and bad legs, you know, when they go ultra slow motion mode. That's basically Queen's off creep. There needs to be an upgrade where they get like those small 1-person electrical vehicles, you know. They can actually go faster off creep. They get like a 25% speed boost off creep or something. They'll still be slow, but not as slow. Alright, Nexus on the way here. So Nightmare has been going for a lot of non-standard strategies, as I said earlier. Will we see him play standard for once? Or is he gonna throw something weird at us again here? First game was the... let me think. First game was the Void Ray into 6 Oracle play. Second game was the DT opening into a Blink All-In on 6 gates. And the third game was the Adept Printer into a third base and a Immortal based composition, but that didn't really pan out the way he wanted to because his push didn't work, and then he kind of threw away his position with these Immortals just being across the map there. His composition wasn't ready for what came across the map. Didn't have the intel. And definitely not a good reaction there on that pullback with the Prism. He was greedy basically, trying to go for that hatchery, but Rogue had his queens with the transfuses in position, and hatchery didn't die. The Immortals weren't back at home. I mean, if he has 2 Immortals and a Prism back at home when that army hits, I think he can hold that. He has like 3 or 4 Immortals in that army. It's a difference, sorry, and the Prism to micro. He could even micro Adepts, you know, because you can pull back Adepts. They can like, it's not like they're Zealots. It's not like they charge into the front line again. They have a little bit of range. It's not much, but they have it for range at least. Now, what are we gonna see this game? It's gonna be a Oracle for now. And the double gate. Is this gonna be the first standard opening? Is this gonna throw off Rogue because it's standard? Only 1 Oracle so far. We'll see when he hits 150 gas if he goes for another one. There we go. Looking very, very standard so far. Can Rogue deal with this? It's gonna be too tricky for him. Now it also comes down to the execution, of course. He sees the first Oracle. Nice interception with those queens. He does have a Spore and 2 queens in his main base as well. Third base is nothing yet. And the 2 queens are walking in position to try and chase out this Oracle. I'm a Mind Trick you with the most standard build possible. Yeah, definitely what's happening currently. I mean, he hasn't gone even once for 3 Oracles. I guess he's only made 2. Yeah, but it's still very standard. 2 or 3 is the standard. I guess 3 would be more normal, but this is also fine. And then gone for a Twilight. I guess the usual follow-up would be a Forge with this. Is this too standard for Rogue? But yeah, as they say, you know, a cheesy player, the most cheesy thing he can do is go for a standard macro game. But Nightmare, not really a cheesy player. He likes to go for long macro games, but he likes to go for weird kind of openings and weird styles sometimes, army composition. As you saw in the earlier game with that Adept Immortal composition, which didn't work out, unfortunately. But it just makes you think, you know, if you play a best of 5, I think it's cool to mix in these things. Maybe he's doing it a little bit too much. If we look at those results. Oh, wait, what? What's happening? Give me a second. Replay complete. Oh, something, I guess this one's broken. I'm sorry, guys. Something's broken here. I guess we just don't have this one now. Wow. Oh no, I can't believe it. Just says replay complete. Oh boy. I guess the observer did drop from that game. And then he just made it into the last game. There we go. Alright. I'm just gonna say... so, give me a second. Everyone now. So, we're just gonna say... It's a best of 5 and Rogue is up 2-1. There we go. Picking standard builds. It's actually a 2-2. So yeah. That's a very unfortunate one. I didn't know that happened. But there we go. Into game number 5. Yeah, I guess Nightmare won that with the standard build. And Rogue didn't expect this one. So we have a 5th map. Oh my god. That's so terrible when you get those replays and you don't check them, of course, because you don't want to spoil yourself, and then they're not complete because the guy who made them also didn't check them. Man, just don't include them, man. If you don't have them, man, it's just like, man, why? Yeah. Okay. Reset button. Here we go. Map number 5. Apparently Nightmare really struck him hard here in the last game. And Rogue is at the edge of his seat, at the limit. And if he wants to win this best of 5 series, he needs to pull out a rabbit out of his hat now in this game, because Nightmare has been looking on fire in the games he won. I never thought about replay packs from observers that lag out of a game. Just one of those things, yeah, definitely. It's something that just happens sometimes, you know, when you happen to see them yourself, and then you start to think about those. Why? Okay, so standard apparently did work for him in the last game. Will he go standard again? Stargate, double Oracle, third base, and the Twilight Forge follow-up. And I was so happy with my reads. I had everything correct. I was like, yeah, finally he's making it happen. I want to see his execution now. I want to see what he's doing with this. And the observer's like, yeah, no, I don't have the actual replay. There you go. Now 2 links pushing away this probe. Pesky probe. Depth, Stargate. Very standard so far. Let me actually think. I think one of the Twilight builds did work very well. Oh yeah, the one with the DTs into the blink all in. No. He had an Stargate opener on Amphion in the first game, which was Void Ray into 6 Oracles, and the opening itself went extremely smooth, I want to say. The follow-up I didn't like. The follow-up was just sitting back, make 3rd base, 4th base, 5th base, and then stop your progression, and yeah, like sacrifice your remaining oracles into the opponent for 10 drones when he was already sitting at 70, so it didn't really impact him that much. And yeah, basically just before Lurkers came up, he sacrificed 2 more oracles, and then, or 3 oracles, so he went like down to 1 oracle. And it was a little bit of like missed opportunities, bad timings combined there. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that strategy, and I guess it's specific to the map Amphion for him, and it seems like he's going for a standard opening again. But oh, Rogue! So if you, he has a probe. It's not in position though. Another probe. Can he make it? No, he can't make it in time. So if you can't place a building here, a pylon, you're gonna win this. It's a free win. But he already has 2 oracles. Wait, he's about to have 2 oracles. I don't think he can win this as Rogue. This might be a missed timing. A force field is gonna seal the deal. He's gonna trap the remaining Rogue forces with him inside. Now he has still a ton of links in the base. And if he can avoid any more damage on his probes, he can win this. Rogue only pulled 8 workers. He is poking more at the wall. A building is gonna block this one. The shield battery needs to survive here. The recall was used, not the overcharge, actually. But the shield battery did die. He's making another one. Oracles are out of energy. Can he build a void ring? No, he's just making more buildings now, structures, to try and prevent anything from coming in here. There's only a few links in the main, but they picked up another pylon. Now he's about to be supply blocked. He cannot warp in any units, even if he has 3 warp-ins currently. Now he needs to probably sacrifice some energy here, I guess. No, he's not gonna. He's just gonna die here on the bottom. He's gonna keep that gateway alive, but no cybernetics core means no extra adepts, no stalkers. You need to make zealots now, and that's exactly slow zealots. There you go. No shield battery in the main base as well, but gateway cybercore to re-wall this. And I think still he takes this, right? I think he takes this. Rogue is so crazy, man. Yeah, he has that shield battery still heating up this thing. I wonder... Oh, he already popped that one. Okay. But yeah, he still has a wall behind this. He has these oracles. He has these guys chasing those guys. They've microing them. So yeah. I think this is over, huh? And sure, Rogue is making drones though now. And this could be, as crazy as it sounds, going to a macro game, because Nightmare doesn't have much behind this. He has no extra tech. He didn't manage to get anything additional other than just barely keeping him alive. You know, these structures here. He cancels this gate. It's gonna make another wall, I guess you call it. And yeah, the oracles are gonna try to roam in and deal some extra damage, but this is not gonna do much. Spore is already there, Queen's in position. Third base is there, so yeah, Rogue can just go into a macro game, but you kind of wanna go into a lair very soon, like I guess a minute ago or something, because this could be difficult. Now we're gonna go up to a third base. Blink is on the way, and yeah, when Blink is gonna be there, there's not gonna be speed roaches, so this is gonna be difficult here for Rogue with no lair. He might just go for a second round of his all-in. We'll see. He's making a lot of queens. And the Spore, still no lair. I mean, he didn't throw down another gas. He's gonna try to deny this base, but I don't think he should get the cancel. There's just too many Protoss units. It's something you're not really used to, because you never really end up in this situation, but Protoss taking a base with a bunch of units is just not breakable. In the, like, unupgraded unit game. He has oracles, he has like 7 adepts or something, he has a sentry with probably 2 force fields, yeah, and a stalker. I'm never gonna break that with links. Now he's gonna go into Bane Link and Evolution Chamber. The Evolution Chamber does surprise me a little bit, but could be for a carapace upgrade. Could also just go for melee upgrades, but yeah, I think he's gonna go into a Baneling Ling bust kind of for his next round of this all-in. This might be a good chance if he can just overpower the army once and just get rid of everything. But Nightmare is reading this correctly. I wonder if he saw the Bane Nest. He didn't see this one, but he saw the Bane Nest, so yeah. He should just make force fields and like sentries and colossi. It's gonna be the counter. You can also make archons, but a colossi is gonna be great, and if you just warp in sentries, not stalkers, sentries, you can just force field everything and you can just win. You have those oracles? Oh, but it might just not, you know, the execution might not just be there. Maybe he did misread this. He's like, oh, yeah, that's normal. He's about to get busted. Now he sees the army. Yeah, he didn't warp in any extra sentries. The wall is gonna get busted. Now Rogue is trying to play this from a different angle. He's going for a economic can you just... Yeah, there you go. Please, man. So he's trying to deal more economic damage and build up more of his own stuff during that time. His tech, basically. Delays tech more for extra damage. And this seems to work out because no sentries, as I said. It's all you have to make. Sentries are gonna be your friend in this situation. There we go. Then one sentry, see? It completely defends this whole base. One sentry, man, to rule the base. Again. Oh my god, I think he cleared a ton of these probes down there. So we're looking at 28 workers. I mean, he can just counterattack. He has stalkers for days, 15, and they do have blink. But Rogue did go up for a 4th base. He has a ton of queens. He still has the links out on the map, which are sniping a robotics facility, but that's not gonna do much. He should probably bring them here to this defense. He has like 30 links on the way. He has 6 queens sitting around. And yeah, now can Nightmare win this with this push? This is a very powerful army. It does have a Guardian Shield, even a few more sentries now. There's nothing that can break force fields. Force fields are your friend. Remember this. You can just force field off these queens, for example. Yeah, this is some good force fields against those links. They don't do anything here. It just trying to run into this super tiny nug. Now he's even gonna cut that one off as well. Oracle is wasting its energy on that roach warren, but then I guess it's something you can break, because roaches are gonna be an issue if they come out. There we go. Yeah, Nightmare's just going into the main base, blinks up, and is he gonna force reload? Yeah, there we go. Nightmare's gonna take the series because Rogue didn't make units. Oh man. As I said, no Ravages? Sentry, man, that's the unit you want to go for. Sentry is your friend. And Nightmare. Turning that one on its head. It's like, I have units. You don't. Let's just win the game. Wow. Okay, that was cool. Yeah.